And we're back. Hi, my name's Charles, and a while back I thought it might be fun to start playing Honkai Star Rail again from the beginning, so I created a new account and I've been going through the story and really quite enjoying doing it all over again. And, you know, seeing all the little bits that I missed the first time around because I didn't know what was going to happen. So, last episode we chased the fugitive Stellaron hunter Kafka through the depths of, I think, Stargaze and Avalia, and it became increasingly obvious that she was just leading us on to exactly where and when she wanted to be caught. And during that time, we discovered that the delve of the diviners has been taken over by nasty Stellaron energy or something, and we made a detour and we met Bailu and we met Jinchua, and we came here and we're about to go to the Divination Commission to see what is happening. And I also did some pulls, and I got Sunday, and I got multiple copies of Jinchua, and I said I was going to build her, but instead I decided I was just going to record another episode before I even got the opportunity to do that. So that's on pause right now. But without further ado, let's not go to the Divination Commission. Let's instead check out what's happening with old mate Dun Hung and this cat who really just wants affection. We may encounter Mara-struck things. Okay, it wants me to create a team. So, the team that I want to take along here, obviously, I might cheat a little. We do need Dan and we need Sushang, and canonically the other person who is with us there is Luocha, but I don't have Luocha, so I'm going to have to different healer. And who else can I take along there? I mean, Tingyun kind of makes sense because, skill point efficient, and at least she's from the same world, even though sort of having her in this particular position doesn't make sense from a story perspective, but, you know, not everything can make sense from a story perspective. So, let's take this crazy little team on a journey.
If the shipping passages in Cloudford changed even a little, the entire route would be drastically altered. Do you two know the way?
I do not.
I came this way. I know it like the back of my hand. Just follow me. So, silent but deadly. Let me know when you're ready and we can set off.
Why am I named after a kind of fart? That's what I want to know. What's Luocha got to say?
Do you hail from the Luofu, young master Dun Hung?
It's complicated.
Apologies. Forgive my curiosity. I do often struggle to judge the boundaries of small talk. I hope I haven't offended you.
I'd like to ask you something.
Please do.
How much do you know about the Luofu being sealed off?
Almost nothing. I was scheduled to leave the Luofu when I heard there was a disturbance. Miss Sushang here is a member of the Cloud Knights. You could try asking her.
Who is this Cloud Knight girl?
Her name is Sushang. She apparently just transferred here from the Yaoqing.
I think she told us that last episode, but we're doing a recap just in case you forgot what happened.
Every Senjo ship operates individually, but the Cloud Knights are all commanded by the Marshal. Therefore, it's normal for Knights to transfer between ships.
Let's talk about you. So I hear you're from another game that I don't play.
Me?
You don't seem like you're from the Xianzhou. Where have you come from?
Merchants don't belong anywhere. We wander and make the stars our home. But if you're curious, within the Alliance, I'm registered at the s2e04. Within the IPC, I'm registered at the Star Unity Mall branch at the North Valley Star.
Imagine being registered at a mall.
Therefore, Luocha is just the name I use within the s2e04. Outside of the Xianzhou, I use something more difficult to pronounce. I'm guessing you want to know that name too?
I'm not fussed because I don't play that other game, so it wouldn't mean anything to me anyway. You have pretty good fighting skills for a merchant.
The universe is a dangerous place. The IPC and the Alliance only provide for our safety during interstellar travel. On-site security is dependent on our own capacities. As such, I had to improve my swordplay and healing skills. You are also a wanderer, young Master Dan Heng. Surely you understand.
What's in the box?
A story of ill luck. I found myself embroiled in a conflict and ended up owing a favor. Now I must assist in delivering these remains back to the Xianzhou.
Now I know it's been revealed what's in the coffin, and I have completely forgotten, so I'm probably just going to have to look that up again, aren't I?
It would seem I am a magnet for such misfortune. I thought I would be safe on the Luofu, but now...
I have other questions. Actually, no I don't. The perils of menu diving. What's Sushang got to say? Hi, Sushang.
Silent but deadly. Are you sure that nickname isn't annoying you?
Again, why did you name me after a fart?
I mean, you're kinda living up to the first bit right now. We can move out anytime. Let me know when you're ready.
I'd like to ask you something.
Go ahead. I'll tell you everything I know.
How much do you know about the Luofu being sealed off?
I heard they found an antimatter Legion bomb. Out of safety, they locked down the entire ship. They'll only reopen it after they've removed the bomb. I don't know if all that's true, though. Anyway, the higher-ups didn't say anything. They just got me to evacuate the civilians at Cloudford.
Have you met this Luocha before?
Nope, I met him when I met you. But yeah, now that you mention it, maybe I did see him somewhere. He seems a bit familiar. Where would that have been?
Let's talk about you.
Me? There's not much to talk about.
When did you join the Cloud Knights?
That long ago. But I've been receiving strict Cloud Knight military training since I was a child. My parents are both famous on the Yaojin. I wouldn't be here otherwise. They've been training me ever since I was born.
It's kind of nice that, like, Sushang is kind of the mirror image of Yanqing. Like, they both grew up with these great expectations on them, and Yanqing turned out to be golden boy, talented, super, like, warrior, trained by the great general himself. And Sushang's just trying to make her parents proud, and not quite getting there, but just doing her best. And so Sushang's will-do, try-hard attitude contrasts to Yanqing's born-to-rule kind of thing that gets disappointed later.
Don't look down on me just because I'm a new recruit.
You're from the Yaoqing?
Have you been there before? I feel the Yaoqing and the Luofu have different characteristics. I might be a Luofu Cloud Knight now, but I still think the Yaoqing is better. For example, when it comes to leadership, I don't think General Qing Yuan is as reliable as our Madam General back on the Yaoqing. Actually, forget about the last sentence. Just pretend I never said it.
My lips are sealed. Let's go. So we're just going to kind of wander around up here. We're trying to find our way through... Oh. Hello, Cloud Knights.
Sushang, what are you doing here?
I have orders to evacuate civilians. See these two behind me? I need to get them out of here quickly. It's too dangerous.
You can say that again. Some comrades were injured by monsters in the vicinity. They only just made it out. I'm taking up the rear. I should be out of here soon. You guys should hurry.
Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, no, we can't go that way. Aha, I'm supposed to go through here.
silent but deadly. Shout if you see any danger, okay? Don't think just because you know a move or two, you can charge off by yourself.
So what's over here? What's this? Is this...
March's six-faced ice. There was a fight here.
Have I been here before? Oh. Probably better fight this guy.
Fighting is meaningless.
I'm not sure if I actually have decent gear on these people either, so these fights may also be a little bit scuffed. Also because they're both single target, and I don't even know who I'm going to buff. I'll buff Dan.
1,000 wonders to fight as one!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Okay, yeah, I could one-shot him with that. That's good.
I'm okay.
I've no interest in conflict.
Let's be friends. Nap time.
Let me dodge this!
Alright, and we managed to make our way through those eventually.
Past victories don't guarantee future ones.
Let's just avoid further conflict and make sure that we get healed.
A Cloud Knight stricken with Mara. How could the mutations get this bad? Is the Stellaron exerting an effect?
Well, we did see quite young Cloud Knights getting Mara struck from the other team.
There's supposed to be a passage. Why can't I see it?
Somebody used the cloud forward control panel to block the road with containers.
Who did this? I'm terrible with machines and stuff. Hold on. How do you know?
I'm a traveling merchant. I've been here many times. Now, for a Cloud Knight to be unfamiliar with the local topography.
I told you, I was only just transferred here from the Yaoqing. I don't come here very often.
Okay, so we have a control panel here.
Is that the one?
That's some God of War level, hey, the solution to your problem is over there stuff. Okay, did I go the wrong I went the wrong way. Okay. So you go up here. Can't go through there, so I need to I do need to use this panel. It's just a jump to the left. And now I go down here. And now I go up here. And I kill you.
Wanna
The
see what I
truth
can
of
do?
life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Take this! Rise, Phoenix!
Ah, that ultimate never gets old.
Let's be friends.
Sushang's really quite handy.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Fighting is meaningless.
The one constant in the world, everyone targets Tingyun.
Naughty Chuck.
No interest in conflict.
Having only single target is probably a disadvantage on this team. And save that ult for another time.
The truth of life in the sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Dodge this!
There we go. So now we can use this controller.
To future ones.
That allows us to go up here. And through here. Oh.
That enemy certainly isn't friendly.
And misjudge my reach.
Move carefully.
Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, Shapeshifter. A cultivator who longs to revive the ancient mysteries of abundance and guide the Xianzhou natives back on the liberating path of immortality. Okay, let's... do this. What we'll do is we'll do your full combo.
Take this! Surprise Venus!
Oh wow. We do no damage to that guy. This might be tricky. Yeah, this is gonna be a tricky fight. And I should have done that in the other order, but okay.
Fight as one!
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Okay, so we've
Let me through!
done you, and I'll do you.
Welcome, customers.
And we'll do...
A miracle!
Nap time.
Okay, and we can do... I think I'm gonna try and break you with Dan, and then these two, the other two can be on ad duty.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Better late than never.
There you go, Nat can do her thing.
Time for a shot. Dodge this! Take this! Rise Venus!
Oh, no skill points left. Bad calculation.
Meaningless.
Don't your hands hurt?
Sushang is actually doing more damage.
You're not going anywhere!
Well, when I allow her to use skill points at least, but
That's
I'm gonna have to heal you now.
Let's be friends.
Okay.
I've no interest in conflict. The truth of life and death.
Yes, I can break you.
But a vision. Break!
No more playing nice.
Okay. Maybe Dan is actually doing more damage. No, don't. Don't let him heal, this would be bad. Yeah, this is gonna get ugly. So we'll get you to support him. But we'll get you to put your ult on her. So that she can do her full combo.
Dodge this! Take this! Safe Rise Venus!
I just don't want the guy to heal himself, basically.
I can do.
So I'll just do you to get a skill point back. And then you are no longer self-healing, so I can do your thing to you. And you can do add tidying up. Oops, I forgot that she would self-heal there, but I guess I'll use her ult anyway, top everyone else up.
Time for a shot.
That could have been a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna just try and burn you down now. There you go. Might not be the most efficient way to have done that battle. I'm just gonna run back and cheat myself back to full health, because why not? Go down here. Oh, and there was no need to beat that guy because the only thing here is a puzzle. And it's still one of the simple ones where you can just rotate it into position easily.
Thank goodness.
Oh.
There's one star skip left.
So that was a plot-relevant puzzle. Okay.
Where does it...
No wonder it was easy.
Judging by where it's docked, it must be heading for Central Starskip Haven. Nice. We'll be safe there. Come on, let's climb aboard.
All aboard. And let's go. And we've done that little quick side quest to, oh no.
I'll need to
Okay.
record today's notes in the databank.
Oh, okay, that's why it's confusing. So I returned back here to the Exalting Sanctum, but I'm in the wrong party now, so I need to fix my party so that I'm back to my normal Luofu party, which is Trailblazer, March, Welt, and Tingers. There we go. Back to our normal questing party. And so we now know that Dan is on his way slowly behind us, just lagging a little bit. And we will continue on the mission ahead to the Divination Commission.
Please don't go running off once we're inside. You may be the Master Diviner's guests, but she hates people who don't abide by rules and regulations. Oh, and people who ask too many questions, not to mention... Please, don't push her buttons.
We're just here for the questioning. We'll leave as soon as it's over.
Indeed. So now we can run up and kill some dudes. Back to normal team.
You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Lance at the ready.
And there we go.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Fire Trailblazer is surprising. I keep saying this. Fire Trailblazer is surprisingly useful as DPS.
So strange. Oh, let me guess, the gate isn't working? I don't understand. It's never been locked before. And no one told me to take a key. Hey, I know the food here sucks, but that's no reason to shut the gate on our guests.
Are you really from the Divination Commission?
Is it possible you were fired?
Way. She's already demoted me to managing the repository. What else does she want from me? There's no need to panic, okay? This isn't the only entrance into the Divination Commission. I know an emergency access.
Let's take the road less traveled.
Here it is.
You seem familiar. Is this where you come to avoid doing...
Oh,
Stellaron corrosion. What's going on? Great. This gate won't open either. We've kept the Master Diviner waiting. No doubt she'll blame unreliable Qingzhe for messing up once again.
I knew I'd offended that diviner. That's why she sent this girl to help us.
Miss Qingzhe, if you don't mind, may I take a look?
Huh? Oh, no need. Let me show you. This thing is pretty fun.
it's puzzle time. And chest time.
Looks good.
Okay, we'll do this puzzle first. Because why not? It's not like it's one of the difficult ones. I think those puzzles, once you've cleared all of them, they respawn in harder versions. Yes! I'm the president of the Hexanexus Secret Society. We are called the Hex Club. Have you heard of the Hexanexus? I have posed this question to countless people. Those I asked eventually began to learn about it, were saved by it, were moved by it, and became inspired by it. There are innumerable masterpieces in the Artisanship Commission, but never has there been a pièce de résistance that symbolizes the artistry and workmanship of craftsmen until the Hexanexus disrupted the status quo. To us, the Hexanexus represents the heart and soul of craftmasters and the original intent of creation. Only with such a soul can one begin their first step on the path to mastery. We who still walk the path will inevitably experience joy and sorrow, but as long as the Hexanexus exists, we can look to the future with hope and smiles. Our society's goal is to spread unforeseen joy and passion to all the people in the world through the Hexanexus, to fill life with curiosity and euphoria. With utmost respect, the Hex Club. Unsubscribe. There is no such function. We notice you have engaged with our Hexanexus devices multiple times and taken the treasure from the chests. That is our treasure chest. Did it have your name on it? I knew someone would try and lie their way out of it. We wrote our names there. You didn't read it properly, did you? You know, we can report you to the Realm Keeping Commission. However, us Hex Club is a reasonable organisation. I promise you, so long as you continue to play with our Hexanexus devices, we won't make a report. Also, if you complete all Hexanexus puzzles, we will present you with a lifetime member to the Secret Society. Is the chest still up for grabs? Of course. That's part of the publicity budget. But here's a warning. If you want out, you'll have to reimburse in double. For as long as you continue to solve the Hexanexus, you will be our brother from another mother. Hexanexus forever. Keep playing with the Hexanexus, we'll be in touch. Okay, that was a diversion. Let's go through the door. Aha! It's this puzzle. Thankfully, it's the easy version.
Wow, you're amazing, Mr. Yang. You handled that well for an outsider. I officially hand over the title of Keeper of the Loafing Gate to you.
We are flattered. Oh, more enemies.
Anyone here surprised? Anyone?
Here comes trouble.
Can't we run around to them for a change?
Let's begin.
Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, internal alchemist. A member of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the secret sect that hid within the Xianzhou Luofu. With medicine, purify the heart. With elixir, transform one's body. They long to revive the ancient mysteries of abundance, hoping to spur Xianzhou natives towards their next stage of evolution. And a Mara-struck soldier.
Better make a choice.
Oh, these are the guys that mark you, and then if you kill them after the mark, they do damage.
Seize the moment.
So it's probably a good idea.
My turn!
I'm on guard.
Let's be friends.
And there you go. You're all dead. Oh, let's avoid that particular encounter. And we'll run through this garden and not get into a fight here. We will open that chest though, because chests are important. And now we can wander down to the end here and have a look out over the Divination Commission.
This is the Matrix of Prescience, a large-scale Jade Abacus calculation terminal. It's the pride and joy of the Divination Commission.
We've heard the term Jade Abacus a few times now. Would you mind explaining what it is, Miss Qingque?
A Jade Abacus is just... a Jade Abacus. That's a good question, Mr. Yang. It might take me a minute to give you an answer. Let me think. The book, Glimpses into the Beyond, describes it as living jade engraved with symbols for divination into the unknown. Just like engraving a seal, the craftsmen of the Xianzhou Artisanship Commission carve faint symbols into pieces of jade and then insert them into machines to get them to operate according to a certain intention. Some jade abacuses are small enough to fit inside bracelets and jewelry. We put the bigger ones into instruments of calculation, so we can simulate the future and learn from the past. Take the Matrix of Prescience here as an example. As long as sufficient information is provided, it can answer questions on anything, from the evolution of natural phenomena to the metabolism of living things. They say the theory behind the symbols was handed down by Nous, the Wisdom Walker. The principles are so profound that in the Divination Commission, only the Master Diviner truly understands them.
So, they're computers?
Seems like it. But Jade Abacus does sound a lot better.
It's good branding.
Ordinary computers don't have cool backstories. Technology handed down from Nous. Huh. Even in Madame Herta's space station. I never saw anything related to Nous.
I always pronounce that now, so I'm gonna have to remember it's Noose.
Anyway, don't dwell on names. As long as the machine works, what does it matter whether it's a Jade Abacus or a computer? Just like today. Would it have mattered if Baichue had brought you here instead of Qingchue? It makes no difference at all.
Names are important.
We're almost at the Matrix of Prescience core. The Master Diviner should be waiting.
Where the celestial path may lead. Well, looky here.
Diviner Fu, how are things progressing?
We're fluctuating between the heaven and thunder trigrams. A step forward bridges no distance hence.
And for those who don't speak Fushen?
It's an utter disaster. How's that for a Divination Commission fortune?
What's the purpose of translating utter disaster to great woe? There's gotta be a reason for that, maybe in some other translation, I do not know.
The Matrix of Prescience has stopped operating, and the symbols have dimmed. There are Stellaron spirits wreaking havoc inside the Commission, and the Cloud Knights are struggling to protect civilians. I want to restore the Matrix of Prescience, but I have no forces available.
This is a cool little shot here, just a little choice of direction. Seeing the little spinny things above them.
And on top of all of that, General, we still have to deal with the Stellaron Hunter you handed to us. If that's not an utter disaster, then I don't know what is.
But you're Fushen, the seer. The boundless, omniscient. Bringing luck and avoiding misfortune is your strong suit, isn't it?
You don't need to flatter me, General. It's natural for fortune to fluctuate. There's no escaping it. The Divination Commission simply does its best to uncover the good and the bad and then make the right decisions. We have no magical means to turn the tide.
And that is precisely why we need you in charge. When it comes to handling clairvoyant Stellaron hunters, who better than Fushen the Seer? As for reinforcements, you didn't think I'd be unprepared, did you? Look, help has just arrived.
That's a slightly dodgy angle of March 7th.
Master Diviner, I brought you the guests. Though, it wasn't your order I received. So, General, even guests are on the payroll these days?
Well, since they're here already, I may as well make use of them.
So she was gonna renege on her promise.
Prescience without my permission is a breach of protocol. Would be an ungracious thing to say in the present circumstances. I admit I'm pleasantly surprised to see you here. Qingchue is often unreliable, but she comes through for us when the need arises.
Glad to have us as your errand runners, aren't you?
It's nice to have people I can entrust with difficult matters. I'm not like the General, and you don't even belong to my commission. I certainly won't be bossing you around.
No need for the formalities. We heard what the General said. If you need something from us, just say the word.
Very well, then I'll keep this brief. The Divination Commission is currently understaffed. I need your help to restart the Matrix of Prescience's base terminals. And eliminate the Stellaron spirits along the way. Yes, but you needn't worry. You have my permission. Xing will accompany you. She'll be in charge of restarting the terminal. As for eliminating the spirits...
I hath divined our future. We are destined to be errand runners. Forever.
It's a role-playing game. You do quests. Just say the magic word.
What? Which magic word?
The universal one? Please?
Please.
Good enough.
Is this what I get? No reward and a bunch of extra work? The Master Diviner wants me to restart the Matrix of Prescience's base terminals. And bring you along for the ride.
Your time to shine.
I worked so hard on getting transferred to the repository. It's the best place to slack off and be invisible. Now I actually have career prospects. This is terrible. If I screw it up, they might fire me. But if I get it done right, they'll send me more work. I'm gonna ask more questions next time. I could be playing Celestial Jade right now.
Oh, poor Qingque.
Qingque, restarting the base terminals will be your responsibility. Oh, and forget everything you saw and heard just now.
It's been a while, my astral guest.
Yeah, it's been an episode or two.
The Luofu has successfully brought Kafka to justice. I am truly grateful. There hadn't been a single Stellaron hunter arrest since the Inter-Astral Peace Corporation issued their bounty. This is a victory for the Xianzhou.
Could we collect the bounty? Yeah.
Once this is over and the Stellaron curse has been lifted, the Xianzhou will have no more use for Kafka. If you wish to claim the bounty, feel free to take her to the IPC. The Alliance has no interest in the IPC's reward.
It's tens of millions of credits. It'll come in useful leveling all these characters.
Blade, on the other hand, is a wanted criminal for the Xianzhou. He must remain with us.
Dun dun dun.
At present, Kafka has no intention of speaking, and the Stellaron hunter's motives remain unknown. We must rely on the power of the Divination Commission to unearth the truth.
Unearth the truth? You mean interrogate Kafka with the Matrix of Prescience?
Precisely. The Matrix of Prescience is the Divination Commission's ultimate weapon. It was originally used to calculate navigation routes and predict future events. But the secrets of the Stellaron hunters cannot remain hidden any longer. I have no choice but to move beyond conventional protocol. We must use divination to ascertain Kafka. Everything hinges on restoring the Matrix of Prescience, which is why I would like you to help Diviner Fu complete the setup. I am eternally grateful for your assistance.
You can see my habits of clicking through dialogue there. Okay, let's make our way through and reactivate this big-ass computer. Don't see any chests around here.
Let me see. This is the temporal terminal. Observes the potential of the temporal plane. They say this terminal is designed to retrieve information related to time.
Okay, let's...
No match for me.
Turn that one on.
That should do it.
We have activated Terminal 1.
What? You just matched up those symbols. Is that it?
The more complex something is, the more important it is to keep it simple. Don't you think?
Good advice.
Simple. Why didn't your master diviner come and do it herself?
She's only got little legs. It's a long way.
Maybe deep down she just wants to be lazy once in a while. Like me.
Okay, so now we go this direction, I think? Yeah, we want to go up there, so... we need to go through here. We will kill you just for the fun of it. Oh, lots of you this time.
My turn!
It's time.
You can't run!
I'm fine.
Gotta try
Oops,
hard
wrong
to
one.
watch this awesome move!
I meant to hit Welt's ult there and I got March's instead, but March seems to be perfectly capable of killing things.
Reach the
Who'd
end
have
of
thunk
the
it?
story in your own way.
Oh god, more puzzles. Okay, so this one goes this way. And go that way. So we want to make it so that we can turn it clockwise. And then you go that way, and it all fits in. Those get much more annoying later, I seem to recall. It's always nice to be at the early stages of a level where the puzzles are still trivial. Okay, so we've got that done. Oh no, Arumaton.
What the heck is this? It looks like a walking gate.
Take it easy. There's nothing supernatural on the Xianzhou. It's an Arumaton. It's guarding the Matrix of Prescience.
I feel like it needs a sign saying mortals forbidden or something. Are you sure it won't fly into a rage if we walk past it?
We're here by order of the Master Diviner to restart the Matrix of Prescience. Friends, not foes.
Passage prohibited.
March! You should join the Divination Commission. Quick, do something!
Stay calm.
Okay, so I'll save your ult until then.
Tough luck running
Save
into
yours. I will.
Here!
Not a scratch.
Try that again!
I'm on guard.
Welcome, customer.
I need to put more speed on you. Just waiting until the ads appear so I can do my ult. There you go, that's more like it.
Or be destroyed.
Then we can
There is no other choice.
regen your ult energy.
And wonders to raise your fight as one.
My turn!
Let's see if we can kill these guys to get the def
You can't run!
reduction. Oh, that's not good.
Again.
Let's be friends.
Try hard. Watch this awesome move!
Okay, that's one layer of def reduction. That's 2.
Leave it to
And so
me.
this means this guy, let's look at his story. He's got 60% def reduction, and I think that's from Welt, and that's from Welt, so he's doing pretty badly on the protection side. So this is the Arumaton Gatekeeper. Garrison Arumaton, created with ancient ingenium technology. Countless years ago, the Arumaton set sail with the Xianzhou to seek divine recipes of immortality and were tasked to oversee humanity and to aid humankind during warfare. However, after countless rebellions, they were finally overpowered by the Xianzhou natives. Now all Arumatons are strictly controlled with talismans and are employed to guard important places. Oh, so they're kind of like sentient robots. They didn't get built by Xianzhou, they just kind of got tamed like sort of prefab golems.
Not a scratch. Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Alright, let's see if I can finish you off with an ult.
There is no other choice.
Tough luck running into me!
There you go. Got you frozen. And this should do it. Fantastic.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Ah, there's a puzzle there to get me back.
This must be the spatial terminal. They say this terminal is designed to retrieve information related to space. You probably could have guessed that.
So we've had time, and now we have space. And so that goes there. Oh. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. So this goes... Yeah. This goes here, and we should be done. Fantastic.
Done. Next.
Okay, so done there. So can we just keep walking around here to the last one? I think we can. Okay, there's more stuff. I'm gonna run past you because don't feel like another battle right now. And we'll go up the steps here. Thankfully, no Aromatron.
Guess. Time, space. I bet the next terminal is energy related.
Darn, the Karma Terminal. They say this terminal is designed to establish causal relationships.
Aha, so what do you do? Go down here. If I can actually hit the right button on my keyboard. That's the major challenge of this puzzle. Fish!
No match for me.
I always approve of things shaped like fish.
Ugh, we did it. All 3 terminals activated. Let's go back to the core and report to the Master Diviner.
Let's make our way back. So this one needs to go that way, that way. So we want to go so that we can rotate that one that way, and we're done. Fantastic. And now we've reactivated the 3 glowy things. Space, time, and karma. And it's now time to talk to the Lady Fu.
Well done, all of you. I can sense the matrix of prescient symbols re-illuminating.
I mean, they just started glowing. It's not difficult.
To interrogate Kafka. Those of you in the core may feel a few impacts. Are you ready?
I'm ready. It's all about measuring impacts.
Is this really necessary? I said I'd cooperate with you.
I have no interest in the words of wanted criminals, especially those skilled in the art of manipulation. So, say what you will. I'm here to witness the divination of the Matrix of Prescience. The Divination Commission has ways of extracting the truth, and they're far more effective than a conversation.
Then please, Master Diviner, witness my destiny.
Did you see?
Well, not what you were expecting.
I can't believe it. But the Matrix of Prescience cannot be wrong.
What did you see?
Kafka has nothing to do with the Stellaron, but you. It's you.
Me?
Absurd. I'd never have thought it.
What just happened?
Ask her yourself. Take as long as you wish. I must report this to the General immediately. Please excuse me.
You're excused.
You go ask her. I know you still have many questions for Kafka yourself.
Any advice, Weld?
If you want Kafka to answer, now's the time.
There are so many things I want to ask.
Go. We'll stand guard.
Any advice, March?
You go. I don't want to talk to that woman. Be careful, though. Don't get fooled by her again.
Got it. Fool me twice? Shame on me.
Fool you what now? Stop it. I'm getting Fu Xuan vibes.
Okay, let's go up and chat to Kafka.
Hi.
I like how they went to the effort of doing, like, imprisoned Kafka with, you know, they've taken her coat and her glasses away and, like, it would have been very easy just to use the same model over and over again, but it's like, no, we actually want to make it look like she's been captured, which is pretty cool. Although she still has this thing strapped to her arm, you'd think that they'd take that away from her.
You haven't changed a bit.
It hasn't been that long.
Sorry you have to see me in such a sorry state.
Are you alright? Are you hurt? You don't look like you're in a sorry state to me. You look like you're kind of in control.
Really? Well, that's good. I wouldn't want to affect your image of me. I didn't talk to you on the train because I knew you and I would get to talk alone here. Worth waiting for, don't you think? You seem to have a lot to ask me.
What is your objective? What did Fu Xuan see?
Elio said he foresaw 3 questions, but they would be the same in essence. If I were to hear one of them, I would then tell you the objective of this trip in all its detail. Since you asked one of the 3 questions, it means everything is going smoothly. Are you ready to hear my answer?
That's a clever little idea. Like, if you could see the infinite strands of the future, what are checkpoints that allow you to make sure that things are still on one of the strands that you want?
Xianzhou's Stellaron problem is not directly linked to us. But if you look at it from Elio's perspective, you can't say the Stellaron hunters are completely innocent. We foresaw all this long ago, but chose to remain indifferent until the time was right for us to get involved. Diviner Fu was surprised because she discovered 3 truths. 1. The Stellaron hunters are not enemies of the Xianzhou. You know this now, though you refuse to believe it. 2. Someone else brought the Stellaron into the Xianzhou and activated it. A result of both internal unrest and external aggression. Traitors on the Luofu and enemies from outside want to overthrow the Xianzhou. The Master Diviner is in a hurry to find the General, presumably to inform him of this fact. However, that's all the Master Diviner knows, because Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. He foresaw the Divination Commission using the Matrix of Prescience against me. To guard against setbacks, he ensured that I knew only what he wanted the Xianzhou Alliance to know in this moment.
It's the Battle of the Fortune Tellers.
As for number 3, even in their wildest dreams, the Xianzhou Alliance could never have guessed it. If the Stellaron hunters aren't the cause of all this, then why are Blady and I even here? We're here for you.
For me? For us?
Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's no wonder Fu Shen doesn't believe it either. But the Matrix of Prescience doesn't lie. The answer is just that bizarre. The Stellaron hunters appearing here, Blady getting arrested, me being lured to the Matrix of Prescience. It was all to bring you, the Astral Express crew, to the Cienjo. In the future that Elio chose, the power of the hunt is indispensable. And that's why the Astral Express crew had to come to the Luofu and achieve something important for the Cienjo. You had to establish a connection with the Alliance. And that's why I had to trick you into coming here. I needed you to meet the Luofu's general in person and to help him resolve the Stellaron crisis. I needed the Alliance to owe you a favor. That way, in the future, at the most critical moment, the Cienjo will offer you their help. What do you think? Surprised? The notorious Stellaron hunters did all that just to make you a hero of the Cienjo? Quite the plot twist, don't you think?
See, I keep getting the option to accuse her of lying. And the thing is, I as in, the character Kalis, like, I've known Kafka longer than anyone else in the universe. I have this sort of vague idea that, I knew her before I woke up on the Herder space station. And she's actually always dealt pretty straight with me. Like, she's cryptic and manipulative, but she seems to be, her motivations seem to be good they haven't sort of led me into traps and disasters or anything. So, aside from the fact, I have a nuclear bomb stuck in my chest, but that's neither here nor there. That's just kind of a ongoing plot point. And so I think I'm suspicious of her, but I don't directly think she's lying. So I just want, what are your motivations, Kafka? I want to understand your motivations more.
Like I said, Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. The future holds endless possibilities. Knowing the right thing at the wrong time could spoil all our hard work. There is only one thing I can tell you about the future. In the best and the worst cases, you will eventually have to face Nanook, the destruction. And when that time comes, you will need all the help you can get. It will be a brutal struggle of eonic proportions.
Setting up the big bad of the whole game, I guess.
Proportions that neither you, nor I, nor the Astral Express will ever be able to reach. In the vast majority of futures, that's when destiny ends. But if we follow Elio's plan, there may be a glimmer of hope on the horizon.
So I read this lore theory that seems reasonably plausible, that Akavili was killed and heart was removed, and what remains is Nanook. So Nanook is kind of the destructive remains of Akavili the Trailblaze, and maybe Akavili's heart remains as part of, or the power of, or the power source of the Astral Express. But that's just lore noodling that's been going on sort of in the background. But it's an interesting theory that ties, us to the ultimate adversary.
Even eons can be killed.
In the meantime, concurrently at the other end of the Luofu.
Hey, Luocha. You didn't finish telling us about the propagation. Keep going, it's interesting. So, eons can die, huh? Weird. I thought they were invincible.
There is no true invincibility or immortality in the world. Such exaggerations are born of the perspectives of ordinary beings. Nonetheless, ordinary beings could not have orchestrated the fall of the propagation. That eon was slain at the hands of another eon.
I don't understand. They're all eons. Why do they want to fight?
Are you really from the Xianzhou? Other eons aside, surely you must know the story of Lan and Yaoshe. Isn't destroying the Eon Yaoshe the Alliance's cherished aim?
Of course I know. Well, I know a little. My mom made me practice with swords all day. I didn't really go to school.
In that case, let's just change the subject. If you don't know about the feud between the Hunt and the Abundance, I'm afraid there's just too much to explain.
That's a bit condescending. You'd explain it pretty quickly.
Fine. How's this for a subject? What's in the box?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, this one? It's a casket, more commonly known as a coffin. It's for containing the remains of the deceased.
The deceased? Aren't you a merchant?
Yes, indeed. This is just part of my job. I was asked to deliver this coffin to the Xianzhou. I'd quite forgotten. For long life species, death is probably a distant concept.
Nope. The Cloud Knights spend a lot of time on the battlefield. Death is a common occurrence. It's just, we don't put bodies in boxes? Coffins. In the Xianzhou, people go to the Hall of Karma and the Ten Lords Commission and consecrate the names and jade abacuses of the dead. It's our way of saying goodbye.
That's cool, so you get buried with your computer. It's probably something someone would want to do to me.
The Foxians and the Videodora have their own ceremonies. Foxian soldiers place their dead in star skiffs and then let them drift out into the stars. They call it the Verdantia returning. As for the Videodora, they're more mysterious. They say that when a Videodora is very old or has a fatal injury, they turn into an egg that looks like a pearl. When the shell breaks, they come out looking young again. My mom calls the Videodora long scions. When I was young, she told me stories of how the Videodora could turn into dragons. I don't know if that's true.
Darn. It's true. Only special Videodora can turn into dragons.
What do you know? Silent but deadly speaks.
Your mother is right. The Videodora are long scions. They are descendants of the Eon of Permanence. That was why some, but not all, could turn into dragons. The power was a rare inheritance, passed down only to those who could successfully complete numerous rites and challenges. For the inheritor, it was hard to say whether it was a blessing or a curse.
I've heard the story of Long the Permanence and their descendants. Many myths and legends praise the Eon for a rich and immortal life. But for some reason, the Eon disappeared among the stars without a trace. Almost as if they had never existed, leaving only their descendants. Every life has its limit. Even the Eons are not truly immortal and will eventually reach the end of their lives.
Very meaningful glance in the direction of the coffin when talking about Eons dying.
Let me ask you one more question. Do you know the person in the coffin?
Yes.
A friend?
No.
So, a sweetheart?
Miss, whatever gave you that impression? The individual in the coffin is neither friend nor relative. We met only once. By chance, I made someone a promise, and so I have to run this errand. Let's leave it at that, shall we? I think we've all had enough rest.
Time to move on. Oh, we're back in story mode. So I wonder if I would have been blocked from going as far as I did in the main quest if I hadn't jumped in to do Dan's side quest when I did. Probably. Okay, so we have monsters to get through. But this time we have Luocha to help us.
Conflict.
So I think I'll kill you first.
Want to see what I can do?
Oh yeah, and I can't control him, can I? Okay, so let's kill you next. Because it doesn't look like Luocha's gonna get his ultimate up in time.
Eternal, the dead return!
Or maybe I was wrong. I could have just saved myself the trouble. Oh well. I guess that was supposed to be designed to show me that he stops them resurrecting, but unfortunately...
Mara struck.
It looks like
You've been Mara struck.
Let's think before we act.
That'll be a first for Sushang. Oh.
Silent but deadly. Luocha, let's charge in together. If we take them out quickly, we can rescue the girl.
What happened to us letting you handle it?
I've only got 2 hands. Please, I'll wangle you a prize for your bravery or something when it's all over.
Enough. Let's go.
Let's go.
Fighting is meaningless.
Okay, so...
Life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Once again, probably did that in the wrong order, but okay.
Dodge this! Take this! Shake, rise, Venus! Want to see what I can do?
Oh, got a little extra attack there. That's nice.
I've no interest in conflict.
Let me through! Dodge this!
I'll receive divinity.
Don't worry about me.
Want to see what I can do?
There we go. They're all dead.
Miss, are you okay? What do you think? Sorry, I didn't see any blood, so I thought you were okay. You're a puppet. My motor is broken. I can't move. Are you a Cloud Knight? Good. Take me to the Realm Keeping Commission. Luocha, silent but deadly. I'm afraid we have to delay things again. This lady is one of the judges of the Ten Lords Commission. As a Cloud Knight, I must prioritize her orders. I'm sorry. If I'd known, I wouldn't have got you to come with me. You'd probably be there by now if you'd gone by yourself.
I happen to have some medical knowledge. Perhaps I can treat the young lady's injuries?
Well, it's just... she's a puppet. I think we should just take her to the Realm Keeping Commission.
Don't worry, Miss Sushang. Leave it to me. You might get an aching or numbing sensation, but it shouldn't be too painful. Do you think you can hold still?
It won't work. My body is mechanical, not flesh and blood.
Be it mechanical or organic, we're still dealing with composite substances. I just hope you'll tolerate my methods.
Curious.
Another character I should possibly build at some point. Because I did pull her.
How? What kind of medical knowledge is this?
Abundance.
Very good. We, no longer need to return to the Realm Keeping Commission. The mission continues. As a judge in the employ of the Ten Lords Commission, I am forbidden from interfering in the affairs of outsiders. However, seeing as you came to my aid, a word of advice. Leave as soon as possible.
That's not ominous.
I came to address the root of our crisis by arresting a fugitive, a Stellaron hunter. This villain possesses exceptional swordsmanship and wields a divine weapon. They are extremely dangerous. If it hadn't been for a strange accident, my wingspan might have been cut short.
Strange accident?
Come with me.
Alright, let's follow Joyer. Up the stairs. Examine the strange happenings.
I've never seen anything like it.
Oh. I should have looked for that a little bit longer.
Even eons can be killed.
So was that a flash forward, a flash backwards, or a flash sideways? I guess it was a flash sideways. But it spanned what's about to happen here. So your plan is to kill an eon?
Are you kidding? That's not what we want. I just want to tell stories from the past. Stories about eons that have fallen. Lon the Permanence, Drilla the Beauty, Anna the Order, Tazeronth the Propagation, Akivili the Trailblaze. These names were once known all over the universe. Now they've all but disappeared, leaving behind only masterless paths. And currently, there are 3 ways an eon can perish known to humanity.
Is one of them overeating?
1. Paths with overlapping concepts will eventually collide, and the broader path will engulf the narrower one. That's how Enna the Order was assimilated, by Sheepe the Harmony.
Well, that will become relevant later.
2. In a war between eons, the stronger side will annihilate the weaker one. That's how Tazeronth the Propagation fell. Under the guidance of the Hunt, the Cienjo Alliance travels the universe exterminating abominations cultivated by the Abundance. So, the Cienjo too are engaged in this process.
Why does the Cienjo want to kill the Abundance? Oh, I should have asked the Akivili question. Oh well.
I know. The predecessors of the Alliance were the Elixir Seekers. They searched for Yaoshi and longed for the blessing of immortality. When they eventually found the Eon, they received a blessing that did indeed prevent death, the Ambrosial Arbor. But immortality turned out to be a curse for the Cienjo. That's when the Hunt appeared, firing an arrow and felling the Ambrosial Arbor. Ever since, the Alliance has followed the Hunt in pursuit of Yaoshi, erasing the curse of immortality from the universe along the way. What do you think? Fascinating stories, no? They're the kind of stories that folks on the straight and narrow would never tell you.
What about the 3rd way?
Hold on. Any minute now. It's begun.
She's totally avoiding that question. The Arbor's back.
Let's go, Blady. 2 more places to visit.
Did Kafka escape? How are we gonna explain this to the Master Diviner?
Surely she should have seen it coming.
If what she said is true, we won't have to explain anything.
Hey, did she brainwash you?
And there we are, with the newly resurrected Ambrosial Arbor behind us, dropping words on us. And that brings us to the end of this episode. It took me a little while to get longer to get here than I thought it would, because I forgot that we do that detour. But yes, next episode we will make our way towards the Ambrosial Arbor and find a large deer in the way, I think. But until then, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Have a great one.
Nice.